Listen up, the soap you shower with, it's you probably haven't even questioned what bar of soap you lather up with. Let's face it, most guys don't. They're still using whatever bar their mommy bought for her little man. Is that what you want? To smell like mama's little man? Ugh. But now you can upgrade your shower game with Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. I'm talking about natural, nourishing, cold-pressed, hand-cut soap for men. Men who use their hands. Men who build things. Men who open the pickle jar on the first try. Men who catch foul balls without spilling their beer. You won't just smell good either. Your skin will be healthier and more nourished. Dare I say, soft. Oh, men aren't supposed to have soft skin? Yeah, well, men weren't supposed to cry during movies. And then they made the movie Rudy. He's so little. You want to smell like the forest? Boom, pine tar, we've got you. You want to smell like the sea? Boom, nautical sage, we've got you. You want to smell like you just got off a boat in the Caribbean? Boom, bay rum, we've got you. And with 6 more cents, we've got you covered no matter what kind of man you are. Now you're wondering, why have I been doing it wrong for so long? During the First World War, big soap started taking out all the natural ingredients to make production cheaper and faster. And they replaced all the natural stuff with chemicals. Chemicals like sodium lauryl sulfate, parabens, and dioxane. Chemicals linked to depression, liver damage, cancer, and low sperm count. And worst of all, dry skin. Oh, your poor balls, all dry, empty, and sad. But there's good news. We make our soaps with natural ingredients from the earth. Ingredients like oils, plants, goat's milk, Greek yogurt, oatmeal, shea butter, and citrus. No. Turn your shower game up to 11. With the smooth lather of gold moss or the exfoliating woodsy bliss that is pine tar. Get ready to step out of the shower feeling alive. Still not sure? Here's a couple reviews from real customers. Joseph S. says,
"This is the perfect bar of soap. It's like it was handcrafted in the Northwest Forest by beautiful tiny elves."
Oh, tiny elves isn't enough for you? Well, here's another review from Michael A.
It makes you feel like you just stepped out of a mountain stream, and Squatch was there to hand you the towel.
It's time for you to get the right tool for the job, because you're worth it, my friend. We ship it right to your door. And with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, if it's not the best bar of soap you've ever used, it's on us. Tens of thousands of men already soapscribe, which means that every month, fresh new bars of Squatch show up at their door. Click the link for Dr. Squatch Natural Soap. Real soap for real men. Or don't, and continue to be mommy's little helper.
That's a wrap.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Did he click it yet? Did he click the link? He hasn't clicked the link? I would have heard about the dry, sad balls. Oof. Man, what's this guy doing? Click the link, man. Step up your shower game.
Guys, this is Tim with TRJ welcoming you to another night of racing under the lights with the Blazing Pedals Racing League. For the last 2 years, our company has joined forces with this racing league, one of the premier racing leagues in all of iRacing. And it takes a team effort to make this what it is. We got to thank Chris Legoo and Rick Hammond with the Turn 3 Network, Mark Arthur and Sam Baumgartner for making everything that it is, and all of our friends, including those of Dr. Squatch, as well as Miss Skittles. So join in the fun, sit back, watch the racing as we're coming to you live from Chicago.
evening, race fans. Welcome to the Blazing Pedals Racing for the Cure All-Star Race, sponsored by TRJ right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network.
And I am your host. My name is Chris. I've got Rick and Terry Foster with me up here in the booth. Guys, how you doing tonight?
Doing good, buddy. Doing good. Thanks for having me up here tonight.
I'm ready to rock and roll, man. I've been waiting all week for this.
Yeah, this one's going to be a good one, guys. This is the All-Star Race getting ready to kick off here, and there's some different rules to be explained, and we're going to let Terry do that in just a moment. But first, Terry, I understand you took a walk down the grid.
Well, not yet. We haven't. We got to pull these guys in.
Yeah, that's right. We're going live tonight.
Yeah, we're going to go live tonight. If you don't mind, either Tim or Sam, whichever one you want to nab, I don't care.
Well, I think we'll start with Sam Baumgarten, one of the admins here. Terry, you got him. Go ahead.
Sam, got a copy.
Yeah, I got you, man.
Hey, man. Hey, first of all, this coming from me and most of the guys, thanks for what you do up there, man. We appreciate everything you do every week for us. We know you're missing your racing, but really appreciate it, bud. Hey, man, from our first race till, mid-season right now, in your words, how do you feel the league's doing, man?
Well, I feel the league's doing well. I mean, there's always room to improve, but I think we're holding strong right now. So I expect great racing to Sorry, had race control talking to my ear right now.
No, that's okay.
All right, yeah, like I was saying, I think the season's going well right now, so I think we're good.
All right, thanks, man. Midway through, we had to make a bunch of changes as an admins. I hated doing it. I know you really didn't care for it, but you feel them changes helped us out as a league?
Yeah, I feel every change that we've made so far has helped the league tremendously, honestly. We're trying to provide the best racing we can. So, I mean, we got to have the best admins, and we all got to be on point with what we do. So, I think the changes we made were for the better.
Awesome. Sam, here's a serious question for you, buddy. In our league, do you think we have a sleeper somewhere out here?
I mean, that's kind of hard to say with these tire races, to be honest, just because, I mean, we've seen it previously. Anything can happen. Somebody can have a set and drive through the field and win the thing. Sleepers, honestly, I really don't know.
Oh, that's fine, buddy. That's fine.
No bias here, man.
Awesome. Oh, but that's all I really had for you. Like I said, man, I told you it'd be nice and easy for you, so I'll let you get back up there with Mark. I appreciate you taking your time, man.
Yeah, that's all good, man. You guys have fun up there.
Thanks, bud.
We always do. All right, here's the thing. I think Tim and Ian are down to one mic, so we're not sure exactly which one this is. Hopefully it's Tim. He's in the channel. Terry, if you want to take it away.
Tim, you got me. Tim, maybe you got a copy. Tim, you got a copy on me.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, buddy. Hey, right there. Hey, man. First off, did I lose him?
No, you're good.
No, I'm here.
Okay. Hey, man. First of all, from an admin and a driver stance in this, buddy, I want to thank you for everything you do for us. If it wasn't for you, we couldn't get out here and give these guys the prizes like we do, and especially for the All-Star race tonight, man. Awesome. Just thanks so much for everything you do for us.
I'll do, man. I'm having fun with it, man. It's all good.
Awesome. Great. Hey, a couple serious questions here for you. So far from race 1 up here to the All-Star race where we're at now, how do you feel the league's doing, bud?
Oh, I think it's growing. I think we've had some changes along the way. Which I think is, anything that grows, you have road bumps, and you got areas to improve it and things to change to make it better. Sometimes you got to take a step back to move 2 steps forward. I think that's the way the direction the league's going. We've seen a lot more people inquire about it through social media and stuff like that, from what Mark said, on his end. So I think the league's definitely going in the right direction for sure.
Okay, cool. I'm going to ask you the same kind of a question I asked Sam. You know, mid-season we made some changes.
Right.
We don't like making them type of changes that we had to. Do you think that helped us out?
I think so. I think the competition has gotten. I think the competition's gotten better on the track. You know, with the changes that were made to it. Did I necessarily want to see an issue where we lowered, you know, the participation count? Not really. But in the same token, what's the thing? I've always been one of those guys where I'd rather have quality versus quantity, and I think the quality has gotten a little bit better since making that change.
I agree with you, bud. Without using Ian, do you feel we have a sleeper in our league?
Oh man, yeah. I mean, it's there's so many people. I mean, I don't even know if you could say sleeper, because right now, if you were to look at everybody that's in our league, like if you were to look at basically who's starting tonight, everybody there at one time or another has been up towards the front at some point in the season, and I think, you know, realistically, there's about 20 people that are, you know, you can call them sleepers or whatever, but I think everybody's been, you know, every week in and week out, everybody's got the opportunity to be a top 5 truck, for sure. So, you know, it's just a matter of putting it all together, the right strategy, the right package for that driver's field. And I think realistically, just about everybody that's in the league has the opportunity to, you know, to put it in winner's circle, you know, if everything falls right every week.
10-4. Well, just to give you a heads up, midway through the season, I asked that question to these guys. I chose Ian.
Nice.
So,
hey, did you wreck your stuff? Because you got front end damage on your truck. You're smoking. At least on my monitor, you are. I'm talking to Ian. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Well, that's all I have for you, bud. Good luck with Ian and them. And
oh, we were doing the grid walk? That was the grid walk?
That was it. He was live.
Man, I'm sorry about that. I thought we were just chit-chatting, brother. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. But you know what? That just gives everybody the sound of what's going on, buddy.
Oh, dude, man, I love it, dude. I'm ready for tonight, man. It's, you know, Mark and I, we've been talking with Sam and Dalton. I think we started talking about this, gosh, seems like 2 months ago, you know, when the league started, about an idea for the All-Star race. So I'm excited, man. It's going to be good.
Yeah, we are too. I kind of wish I got into the race, but you know what? I'm okay. I'm right here.
Man, I'm missing you out there, Terry.
Yeah, I know.
So, awesome.
Thanks a lot, Tim. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thanks, Terry. See you. Thanks, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, that was pretty awesome, man. Just to hear their voices and kind of the calm before the storm. You know, Tim says, yeah, I'm okay, but he ain't spotting yet. You know, we'll see how he's doing when it all comes down to it.
Right. You know, again, it was pretty cool. He didn't realize we were live.
Yeah.
And, you know, we hear the car going, we hear the truck going around the track. He's talking to Ian, you know. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. And this track, pretty cool as well. Right now, 78 degrees should provide for some pretty good grip out there. It's about 1.5 miles long. And it's banked all around. Got turns at 18 degrees, front stretch at 11. Back stretch is banked at 5 degrees, so these trucks should be able to turn pretty decent here. And speaking of turning decently, Jamie Walker just unbelievable quick during this here practice. And he has had a season so far. The last couple of weeks, definitely not showing the results he's been looking for. And Rick, we've seen that though, that kind of warm spell to the cool spell.
Yeah, we really have. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what Walker can actually do tonight. I mean, last week we were off, but the week before, when Dalton Kilrow won, Jamie Walker was running up towards front, Chris, and you know, last couple races hasn't had the luck that he wants. But once again, here he is on top of the practice scoreboard with that fast lap. So it's going to be cool tonight.
It is. And again, I want to thank Tim. Sorry, Terry, I don't mean to cut you off. But
sorry.
Getting close to the end here, so we've got to thank Tim at TRJkarting.com. It's the Racing for a Cure All-Star race. And, man, look at that. We got Ian out there running that Racing for a Cure Toyota Tundra out there, looking good. About 5 seconds left, and you know, it's like he knows I'm talking about him, because there he goes right through the grass, mowing the lawn. Apparently it didn't look quite low enough for Ian as he mows it down just a little bit more, and we get ready to end practice. Cool thing about that though is guys, we're getting ready to go into qualifying.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see who the first person to go out there is going to be. I see Blake Decker. He's got his truck lined up. Dalton Kilrow, he's getting ready. Like he's taking off actually right now in that 24 machine.
I think they're all going to come out. It's nighttime. They ain't got to worry about no clouds over the track or the sun getting her hot someplace. So I think everybody's going to come out and probably put down some good laps.
We do have some special rules, and I'm going to have Terry take us through those, as he's normally a driver in the league tonight, deciding to join us up here in the booth. And Terry, this is going to be fun, but I know you want to be driving, but this side of it's pretty cool. You're going to dig it.
Yeah, I'm having a blast already. I'm still kind of figuring out the computer part of this thing, how to look at everybody, but that's okay. But anyway, tonight's rules, we're going to have an 85 lap race. We're going to have the first stage is 30, second stage is 20, the third stage will be 20, then the 15 laps, kind of a shootout. On that 15th lap shootout, they must make a green stop and take 4 tires. There will be no cautions thrown in that 15 lap stage. The monies, not everybody's getting money. Stage winners at let's see, we got 1, 2, 3 stages. The 3 stages, each winner will receive $10 in the stage. Overall winner tonight, he'll get $100, man, almost $1 million in my eyes. Second place, he gets $35, and third place finisher tonight will get 10. And that's the guys are racing tonight under the Blazing Pedals League rules. So there's no spinning to win. If somebody spins somebody to win for the money, they don't get the money. The guy either behind him or the one they spun for the win will probably most likely get the money. But I think the guys are going to be pretty safe out there tonight, knowing that, so they can get that cash.
Well, it's all about the money, honey, and Dalton Kilrow sitting on top of the qualifying chart so far with a 32.84. We're watching the 44. Terry, your teammate, Aaron Bockover, trying to get around this track. Bockover right now sitting 4th fastest with a 37.84.
Yeah, Aaron has little problems during practice there. I mean, I seen him bobble around a couple times, and I was talking to him in TeamSpeak before I jumped in there with you guys, and he was actually having problems getting off pit road, but I'm watching him right now. It looks like he's handling it pretty good.
From Race Control, just want to verify one thing here. During that last stage, Race Control tells me there will be cautions. Cautions will not be counted as green flag laps, though. So there will be cautions, just no laps being counted under the yellow.
My bad. Sorry about that.
Either way, it's looking to be like a really fun race. I mean, Chicagoland is a nice track, very fast. One of the lights here, these trucks are looking beautiful out there, guys. I don't know. I can't really pick one to win. I mean, we got 13 of the top drivers here. I mean, Terry, I don't know why you're not there, and you wanted to come up in the booth, but, you know, the Kodiak truck would have looked good, but I'm glad you're here, buddy.
I appreciate it, man. It's just something I wanted to dip my toes into a little bit, and I wouldn't mind winning $100 tonight.
Well, we got a new guy up on top. It's Ashton Slice, able to knock Kilrow off by a very slim margin, a 32-33. Put him up front, Phil Whelan out on track in that 48, and man, that thing is looking good. It's a Budweiser Stars and Bars.
That is a pretty truck.
It is a really nice truck.
Not as good as that Kodiak, but that's all right.
Whoever painted that needs to go back to painting school, if you ask me.
You want a funny story on that real quick, Rick?
Sure.
That truck that you painted for me was in a dirt race the other day at Eldora, and I wasn't driving it.
Really?
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't care. I mean, no big deal to me.
I'm gonna have to up my get my Trading Paints Pro back. So that way people have to ask permission.
And I don't think he done very well. I was like, well, my name is on top of the door, so.
On board with Ian Habiuk, the 16 TRJkarting.com Toyota Tundra getting set to qualify. And Ian goes by the start-finish line. We'll see what kind of speed he's going to post here. This is his first hot lap, getting ready to go. Ashton Slice still on top of 32-33.
Tell you what, guys, Ian Habiak, he's still my sleeper for the year. He's had some unfortunate events happen this season, but I'm still pulling for Ian this season.
Dirty little secret, Terry?
What's that?
So are we.
Oh, come on now. Pick your own.
Well, see, the funny thing is especially me, I always, whenever I broadcast the league, and I mean, I even did this when Chris and I started broadcasting our own league, Racing for a Cause, I always pick the young guy, you know, the guy who doesn't have the confidence, it seems, and you start watching him season after season, much like Ian. I mean, Ian, when we first started broadcasting, nothing against Ian, but he was, you know, a mid-pack to the end type racer. Had a lot of bad luck. The next season came, and he started getting up towards the top 5, and he got a 3rd place finish. And after that, man, it was amazing that, you know, this season he's been up there a bunch of times. So it's really cool to see. And I've been following him, obviously, on Facebook with his real world stuff, and seeing him pulling wins there. And I talked to him a little bit, and Tim, and said, you know, does the sim actually help Ian with real life? And he's like, oh yeah, he's learning a lot, and you can see it, man. So I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. I love this sim, buddy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool and pretty impressive. We got 3 minutes left to go. We got a couple of drivers, make it 3, who have not qualified so far. The 13 of Chris Williams, the 97 Jeff Hartline, and the 88 of Jamie Walker. We saw Jamie Walker and Jeff Hartline kind of post their cars at the front, and Jamie Walker actually took a slow lap but came down pit road, didn't finish that qualifying lap, maybe trying to start towards the end.
And, you know, talking about Ian, I just a little bit of insider info. He's kind of upset that we were racing Chicago. I mean, obviously none of the drivers really knew where we were going. There were a few people in the league, but we kept it kind of a secret. And Ian was actually kind of hoping that we're going to Myrtle Beach tonight. So, you know, he says he's upset and not happy about it. But I'm sitting there looking at his speed, man. He's sitting 4th right now, and that's a pretty good place to be.
I also want to thank Tim one more time. He provided the graphic you see on the bottom right-hand corner. That beautiful Racing for a Cure graphic is awesome. My dog gets really excited. Sorry about that.
He's excited.
Yeah,
he's excited too, man. He's like, let's go.
Blazing Pedals, buddy.
You got to be excited anytime Blazing Pedals in town.
Yeah, yes it is. Yes it is. Well, I tell you, man, I enjoy this league so much. Mark has given us a great platform to race on, and I can't say enough about it. He brought me in as an admin 3 seasons ago, and man, I enjoy it. I enjoy the heck out of it.
Got a couple of drivers out there in Chatland. Sorry that they couldn't attend. Guys, we understand. Listen, real world always has to come before, especially if you're sitting in an airport. You know, not much you can do about that one, unfortunately.
When Ian thought we were going to Myrtle Beach, Brian D's out there, he thought we were going to Charlotte, man. He's sitting there, he's waiting now. He's like, I'm going to miss my flight to Chicago.
Well, you know, it's probably Mark's fault. He was like, hey, Brian, we're going to Charlotte. He.
Yeah, we got, matter of fact, we got we got 3 guys that didn't make it in, guys. Derek Paulson, Brian McCrae, and Nick Rose also wasn't able to make it into the race tonight. Other reasons out of our control, of course, but they was more aware of, so.
Tim out in chat. Could have picked him up. Jaden Dahlberg now checking in. How you guys doing tonight? Thank you for coming out and watching this All-Star race. This is going to be a good one here. Coming at you from Chicagoland. We already talked about it. It's a 1.5 mile long track, and the track is pretty cool tonight. 77 degrees tonight, guys. The sky is mostly cloudy, but of course it's dark, so it don't matter. And there is a 2-mile-per-hour wind coming out of the north. We got about 7 seconds left of qualifying, so those who have qualified have, and those who have not are out of time.
Guys, one thing I don't think I touched on, they only get 2 sets of tires. So they have to run, 1, 2, 3. They have to run at least 3 30, 50, 70 laps in 1 set of tires, because they have to take out them 4 tires in that last stage. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see what happens there.
It is, and Terry, it is now time to get ready for the grid.
Heck yeah.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
And the grid. The grid for this all-star race is as follows. On the pole tonight, the number 68, that's Ashton Slice. To his outside, going to be the 24 in the Turn 3 Racing Network Chevy. That's Dalton Kilrow. Last time out, won the race. Starting in third place tonight, it's going to be the number 92 of Blake Decker, and on his outside, the 16 in the TRJ Karting.com Toyota Tundra, Ian Habiak. Starting in fifth place tonight, it's going to be the number 10 of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, on his outside, the 48 of Philip Whaling. Starting in seventh place tonight, it's going to be the number 40 of Todd Hatcher. To his outside, it's going to be Ty Morosco. Starting in ninth, it's going to be the 44 teenage driver Aaron Bockover. And to his outside, going to be the number 5 of Hank Caston. Jamie Walker and the Do Crew going to be starting in 11th spot. To his outside, it's going to be the 97 of Jeff Hartline. And picking up shotgun on the field, starting in 13th position, in his number 13, it's going to be Chris Williams. As the pace car drops off, guys, we're set to go to the green flag. Green flag is out, and Ashton Slice takes off. Ashton Slice with a really good start to this race, taking off and heading into turn number 1. The battle right now for second spot, Rick.
Yeah, right now it is. I mean, Ashton Slice wasted no time to take off there, Chris. Got a really good really good start there of the race. Kind of left Dalton and Blake Decker in the 92 just kind of wondering what was going on there. With these guys battling out right now, Blake Decker, I can even talk yet, man. I'm so excited. Blake moved up, but now he's getting a little bit of pressure from the inside of the 24 there of Dalton Kilrow.
The Turn 3 Racing Network.com. I'm going to throw the .com in there for this All-Star Series because we're trying to make that happen. But Turn 3 Racing Network, Chevy Silverado fighting for second spot on the inside. He's got the 10, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, working with him to the inside. The 92, Blake Decker, can see that happening in his mirror and going to try and defend, but I don't know what he's going to be able to do. Oh no, Decker touches the apron and he's going sideways.
You mean Kilrow?
Kilrow, that's the one. Kilrow mowing the grass. We're still under green as he's got to get back out on track. But Ashton Slice, your race leader, Blake Decker, solidly in second place now. And Taylor the Butcher Benjamin taking over third.
Hey, what I'm watching the 88 right now, man. He's just moving right up through here. He's already up in 8th place, guys.
The Do Crew starting way back in the field, has already chipped off a few, and he is running 8th place, as Terry mentioned. And he is one of the faster trucks out there. His last lap of 37.69. Just a little bit slower, honestly, than only one other guy, and that's the race leader, Ashton Slice, who has all that clean air. Look who's ahead of him. It's the 44, Aaron Bockover. Terry, you know a little bit about Aaron.
Yeah, I do. Him and I are really good friends, and I tell you what, he loves this just as much as I do, and the league itself. We just have a blast talking about it almost every day, and the Turn 3 guys, of course, and TRJ. Matter of fact, I have my TRJ shirt on tonight. How about you guys?
You know I do.
Rick's always got his TRJ shirt on. I can tell you. I'm even going to bring a picture of it.
I think I've seen that on the back of a pickup truck. I don't know.
Yeah.
Every week he does the same picture. It's amazing how he does that.
He doesn't go anywhere.
Nah, kind of a homebody.
Jamie Walker just overtook the 44 Bach over.
You know, we've seen this so many times out of Walker and the Duker there in that 88 beautiful truck. It doesn't matter where he starts. You know, if he starts in the back, you know, sometimes I think he does it just so he can pass some trucks out there, you know, and it gives them a little bit of satisfaction going around these guys. And I mean, he's just on a massive move right now. You know, he's going by the 48 right now, Philip Walling, and he's on fire right now. And now it's going to be interesting. So I'm watching the two Budweiser trucks, and I mean, as much as I like the stars and bars, I do like that. I've been pulling for Aaron. Aaron has been having some of the worst luck that I've seen. And it needs to turn around. And tonight, I think it could happen.
I tell you what, man, Aaron, his heart's in the right place. He wants to get here and race this thing, man, every week. And unfortunately, the last 3 weeks, he's just had total chaos. And like I said last week, there might be a rival tonight, guys, between that 44 and that 24 of Dalton Kilrow. We'll have to wait and find out.
Oh, Kilrow is not having the first stage that he would like as he got loose after he went down onto the apron. He mowed the lawn just a little bit, and now he finds himself sitting in 13th spot with a very big gap between himself and 12th place runner Ty Morosco. So look for Dalton Kilrow. Hope the stage ends soon so that he can try and catch the pack back up. He was fast. He qualified up towards the front, actually outside front row. So he's got the speed. Now he can't let that little bobble in the beginning affect him.
Let's talk about that front row right now, Chris. Ashton Slice under massive pressure right now by the 92 of Blarkay Decker. You know, Blake, I had to do it. I just had to do it. And that's going to happen for the rest of the season, brother. But right now, Blake actually took the lead there for a quick second. He does have one lap led so far, so he's definitely working that inside, trying to get that 92 to do what he wants to do and get around the 68. Well, these guys. Oh, go ahead, bud.
I was just say, Jamie, but he's just killing this track. He's ran down everybody, just up in top 4 guys up there in front of him. Man, he's just on the rail.
We may have a battle for the lead here.
Yeah, well, those two guys battling for the lead right now, that's really opened up and allowed the 16 and the 10 to really kind of tie it in, and I think they're just kind of hanging back a little bit to see what these guys are going to do.
Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Ian Habiak sitting 3rd and 4th. They're looking for a way around. The 92 may be in trouble. Here comes Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, that Dr. Squatch soap machine. And Rick, I took a shower before this one started with some Squatch. It was pretty good.
Oh, it's always good, bro. I mean, that's how I get ready for the race. That's what I do. I throw on some nice tunes. I mellow it out, listening to some nature. I get my Dr. Squatch. I take a shower. I throw on my dirty TRJ Karting, .com t-shirt. I never wash the thing. I mean, I wear it at least three to 4 times a week, and it's all good, man. I can tell you right now. Now, Tim was kind of disappointed because this was one of the old styles. But, man, this t-shirt, actually, this one and the one that I have, that awesome logo that we have down at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen right now during the broadcast, that Racing for a Cure, I got that blue shirt too, man. I mean, these things hold up like you would not.
Rick, as you were talking, here comes Taylor the Butcher Benjamin fighting for 2nd spot away from Blake Decker in the 92. Decker has Ian Habiak right on his outside. Habiak may have touched the wall right there, guys. There were sparks. Looks like we have a battle for the lead. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin going side by side with the 69 of Ashton Schleiss, 68, excuse me. And Taylor the Butcher Benjamin has the inside, turn 1. We have a new race leader. It's Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, the 68, trying to fight back.
Look who's sitting in fourth right now.
Hey, he popped his way right up there, man. Jamie Walker, not 88. Yeah, those guys back there racing, not paying no attention to him.
I think they're all like, did we just pass him? So I don't remember passing him. And he started in 11th, man. What is he doing up in fourth right now?
Taylor trying to find some speed on that low side.
Good battle between the top 5. Any one of these guys could be the race leader here in the next lap. These guys are moving. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin to the inside, looking to try and lead a lap, and he does at the line, guys. The 10 took that one away from Ashton Slice. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin credited for leading a lap at the start-finish line, and these 5 trucks still dueling it out here. Lap 16 of 189.
I think my pick there, that 16 of Ian Habig, I think he's just hanging back there. You guys go ahead and go race. Mess it up. I'll be there.
And, you know, we do have the channel, but it's kind of tough to go down there now. But you can guarantee that Tim's in his ear saying, listen, just relax. Let these guys race it out. Be ready for something that could happen. When that happens, you're in the right spot. You're going to be there at the right time. And I think that's exactly what Ian's doing. I mean, he's hanging on to that back bumper of Blake Decker right now in that 92 machine. And I think that's exactly what he's doing.
Ooh, the 92 gets a little bit squirrely as the tires hit that white line, and he loses a ton of time on track. Blake Decker falls to 5th spot.
And actually, he's got pressure right now from the 44 there of Aaron Bach over Chris. Trying to take over, jump into the top 5 there. These guys racing it out, it's allowing the guys that are sitting further back to catch up to them there just a little bit. If they get nose to tail, they're going to be right up there with that front pack.
Up front, it is Taylor the Butcher Benjamin and Jamie Walker. They are leading the way over 3rd place. Ian Habiak and Ashton Slice in 4th. And Bachhover working the inside now of the 92. May have him this time by the 92, fighting back on that outside line.
Ooh, Ashton Sykes had a really big blink there, Chris, and actually he is, he just brought up caution.
Caution is out on the track. And it is probably for Ashton Slice. We'll see if we can pick it up here. I think it's not going to show. Oh, no, it is. Oh, the 40. Todd Hatcher hits the wall. I'm going to follow this one through to see what happens. I don't think that's actually, it's not good for him to hit the wall. But he never really slowed down, so I don't believe that's what brought out the caution. I believe it was when Ashton Slice, looks like he lost connection, guys. He is gone.
Oh, man, that's sad. Ashton, he had a heck of a run up there at the front earlier, and he qualified pretty doggone good, too.
Oh, man, that is not the way to lose an all-star race.
Now, I've seen Ashton do this before in a league race. He'll jump out. Somehow he gets out really fast, and he comes right back in. I don't know how he does it, so maybe he'll jump back in here and give it a shot.
I mean, the funny thing is, I'm looking down at race control chat, and I don't see where he actually got disconnected, so he's definitely having some internet issues right now. And there he goes. He just dropped. Yeah, I was watching him, and he went down low, and then next thing you know, he blinked, and then the caution came out, and he was just stopped right dead on track.
Interesting turn of events here from Chicagoland. But this first caution does bring the opportunity to start playing a little bit of those pit stop games.
Yeah, we're 21 laps into this 30-lap first segment here. And again, guys, these guys got to run, 70 laps or so on these set of tires so they can make that they have to take 4 tires on that last segment. So, yeah, let's see what happens here.
Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Jamie Walker, Ian Habiuk, Blake Decker, Aaron Bach over Jeff Hartline, the trucks to stay out. Everybody else came down for service.
Yeah, my man in that 44. He started 9th, up there at 5th now. Heck yeah. Sure, he's really happy.
Pace car lights are off. Trucks are going to start piling in 2 by 2. Looks like the Butcher is going to take the inside lane. That's going to put Jamie Walker to the outside on the restart. Ian Habiuk going to be inside, second row, with Blake Decker to his outside. Then Terry called it. Aaron Bach over to the inside, third row. That puts him in 5th spot. Jeff Hartline to his outside in 6th. Then we've got Philip Whaling, Dalton Kilrow, Hank Caston, Ty Morosco, Chris Williams, Todd Hatcher. And it looks like Ashton Slice is back in the server after a game crash. He is 3 laps down. But if everything stays equal, he may be able to get a lap back. He's still on pit road, though. He needs to get out on track. He's going to lose another lap. That could be devastating for Ashton Slice. Pace car getting set to come down pit road. It does. Hard left-hand turn for out of that Ford Mustang, showing its agility. And here comes Taylor the Butcher Benjamin hitting that go pedal. Great restart out of the 10 truck, and Jamie Walker loses a little bit of time, but look how fast he's trying to catch up. Ian Habiuk takes over 3rd spot. Blake Decker didn't get the restart he was looking for. And guys, you know what I want to do on a Sunday night more than anything?
Oh man, let's do it.
We're going to go ahead and just crank it up.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. What a way to act on a Sunday night. This is awesome. And we've got a new race leader. It's the 88, the Dew Crew, getting it done here in Chicagoland.
I mean, he came out of nowhere, too. He was just going, and next thing you know, as we're watching him crank it up, I'm like, wait a minute. That's not the Butcher.
Absolutely wicked.
Yeah, Jamie Walker, I'll tell you what, man, he missed the first 2 races this season. He's sitting first in our points lead with 362 with 2 wins, guys, and he is just, he's been all over us all season. But you know what? He races each and every one of us clean. When we ask him what line he wants, when he comes around us, he says, whatever's comfortable for you, I will make my way around you one way or another. So I tell you what, he is one class act. Never complains about some of the other guys racing with him. He's awesome.
Well, I mean, if you listen to any of the prior broadcasts that Chris and I have done, I mean, we talk about that. You guys have some of the most clean and respectful racers out on track with you, and it's just amazing to see that. I mean, it's a good thing, and it's definitely something that you guys can be proud about.
Well, something I do every week is I do a post race. I don't know if you guys see that in our Discord or not. And, you know, we try to tell the guys, hey, take your time, race clean, and, you know, ask people, you know, what do you want done? Do you want me to pass your bottom, low, high, whatever? And all the guys usually, we do that. I mean, we don't want to cause wrecks. I know we have them sometimes more than others, than what we need, I should say, but it happens.
Well, the one thing can't stop in auto racing, and I don't care what form it's in, but you're always going to have an accident. It's unavoidable.
I agree.
So Dalton Kilrow in the first segment, or still, we're still in the first segment by a half a lap, I guess. Actually, we're going to have to get up to the race leader. I was going to talk about Kilrow, and we'll get back to him, but right now, Jamie Walker getting set to cross the line here to turn it into lap 31. And the caution comes out. Segment 1 is done. Jamie Walker able to get from very deep into the field up to the race lead to win the very first stage of the night.
And guys, that gives Jamie $10 for winning that stage.
That is pretty cool right there. A lot of money on the line here tonight. Thank Mark, Arthur, and Tim for setting that up, and all the admins, really. This has been a pretty cool night so far.
We had a meeting about 3 weeks ago, all just the admin. We throwing things around, what we want to see for the All-Star race and the different segments, and just, and Mark takes all that and tries to make everybody happy. And, I'm sure somebody's not happy that we're in Chicago. Oh, wait, that'd be Ian. So, but, I mean, it's been a great race so far, except for that little incident with Dalton.
I mean, that was just unfortunate there with Dalton and, Ashton having his blink and coming back. And, so far, like you said, man, it's been a fabulous race. I mean, these guys are racing hard under green. And, here we are, stage 1 done.
Last week at Kansas, Dalton won that race. He started 8th, finished race in first. He is second in points with 289 points. But he's got 91 incidents. I don't know if you guys know this, but we charge 1 point per incident. So if you get that 4X, that's 4 championship points that goes against you.
And it's hard, you're trying to make the drivers understand, like, listen, okay, I know we're all friends. I know we're out here and have a good time. Dale Jr. is not going to be calling anybody up this week saying, hey, you're going to race for us, And it's hard because you try to get your drivers to understand, listen, we're all taking time away from our families, our friends, put this on, especially as admin. And work that goes on behind the scenes is just ridiculous. Chris and I know firsthand what it's all about. And a lot of drivers, they don't understand that. And then you get the guys that really do understand that, but it's so hard to promote clean racing because of the way that iRacing is built. If somebody runs into the back of you, it's not your fault. You're just holding your line, doing your thing. You're going to get penalized for that too, so it stinks. But, like Chris said, it's bound to happen. It doesn't matter, if you're on console simulator, if you're in the real world, no matter what you're doing, the inevitable is going to happen. You're going to get a crash, and there's going to be some issues, and you just got to move on to that until next week and do what you got to do.
And I think what we're going to do now is we're going to talk to the winner of the first stage. It's going to be the 88 of Jamie Walker. Jamie, this is Chris, Rick, and Terry up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Doing pretty good, bud. So are you. You just won $10 for winning that first stage, and you did it from pretty deep in the field. How's the Dew Crew 88 feeling tonight?
To tell you the truth, kind of real tired. I had a long camping weekend over the weekend and just got home in time to do this and kind of wore out. But my strategy right now is, like I said, it's just kind of take it easy here, just kind of get a feel for it here, save my tires here as long as I can. And I see that those guys are racing pretty hard up there, and I was able to capitalize from it.
All right, bud. And how is the truck feeling so far tonight for you?
She's a little tight off, but we're working with it and seeing what we can do.
All right, Jamie. Hey, listen, good luck for the rest of the race. We'll Be watching for you. Thank you.
All right, guys, thank you.
And
You know, just like what we were talking about really quick, you know, here's a guy who just went from 11th to 1st and just acting like it's not a big deal. You know, he's like, you know, having fun, truck's tight. We're working with it.
And guys, that is how he talks to each and every one of us on this track. Hey, yeah, it's good, man. I'll get around you. He's just so mellow, man. It's awesome.
We have a new race leader, guys. Don't know if you noticed, but it's TNA's Racing's own 44, Aaron Bockover.
Yes, sir. I was watching that. I was waiting.
On his outside, going to be Hank Caston. I still carry to this day. Remember that story like it was yesterday. His grid walk that you did. That was unbelievable.
It was amazing.
I have it still wrote down. I look at it occasionally, and again, I told you guys it made me teary-eyed talking to him, you know, one-on-one. And he's an awesome guy in the track too. He's kind of like Jamie, just sit back, relax, get out here and race. Oh well, I'll get out of your way when you come around me. You know, he's another good one out here to race with.
All right, guys, pace car lights are off. Trucks are lining up 2x2. Bockover deciding to take the outside lane on this restart. So we're going to see how that strategy pans out. He's got Jamie Walker behind him. Starting in fourth spot. So it's going to be Bockover, Caston, Ian Habiuk, and Jamie Walker making up your top four as we get set to go back to the green flag. I have invited somebody from race control. I'm waiting for an answer because I want to make sure that we understand exactly how the laps are going to be working here. Okay, so just got confirmation actually. The next stage going to end on lap number 56. 56 for the next one. As we go back under the green flag, Aaron Bockover with a good, powerful restart. Trying to hold on to that first place. Hank Caston to the inside on turn one. Trying to take it back from him. We're going 3 wide. Holy cow. All right, they thought better of it. Blake Decker was in the sucker hole, and he let off the throttle hole because that was not going to end good. But look at who's coming up in the second spot. It's the 16, Ian Habiuk, and Ian Habiuk looks to put the challenge on the 44 now.
Man, I'm in disarray now. My buddy's up front. My car, or my pick's in second. Oh, I think Aaron just touched the wall.
Just a little bit. No damage on the right side of the 44. Ian Habiuk setting up for the inside pass. He's working the 44 of Aaron Bockover. Can Ian Habiuk get around him for the race lead? The 16 solidly to the inside. They're door to door coming out of the corner. Through the tri-oval. This is going to be where it's at right here. Ian Habiuk takes the lead.
Blake Decker trying to get through the middle of these guys.
Yeah, Doug Decker, he's flirting with making it 3 wide a couple of times now, and I believe somebody will before the end of this one. And we've got a big blink out of the 10. That's Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Benjamin with a big blink. No problem, though. The 97 of Jeff Hartline gave him enough room to pop back out on track. And we continue on top 5. Habiuk, Decker, Bockover, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, and Jeff Hartline.
I mean, that was a huge pucker moment, too, for Hartline, man. I mean, when you have a truck and you're racing that close, all of a sudden it disappears, you're like, what do I do? Hartline did exactly what he should have done, gave a little bit of room, allowed him to come back out on track there, and just continued on. But that's scary for any driver out there.
New race leader, Rick. We've got Taylor the Butcher Benjamin moving right past Ian Habiuk, and I'll tell you, that was a strong pass. About 0.3 of a second is the gap between your leader of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin and Ian Habiuk. Habiuk was just passed like he was sitting still.
So we talked about this earlier. These guys only have 2 sets of tires, two chances to come down for tires, and you have to do at least take 4. So that's the last part of the race. So these guys, I mean, saving their tires. It looks like the Butcher probably did exactly just that, man. He is just going like crazy right now, almost a second and a half lead from second place, which is now Jeff Hartline.
Guys, I'm watching Jamie Walker again, and he fell back a little bit. I think that's all in his plan. I bet he comes back up to the front here shortly.
You know, Terry, I think you might be right based on what he was saying. He was looking to try and save some tires. If you're running mid-pack, as long as nothing happens, it's a good place to be able to move back and forth, save those tires for a very, very long time. But here he comes, the 88 to the inside of Bach over in the 44. The Duke Crew looking to try and make position, maybe bump himself into the top 5. That would put Bach over back to 6th spot, and at the line, at the timing line, the 88 has it.
Taylor's out there in that clean air, but he's got lap traffic up there in front of him. And that, well, maybe I'm wrong.
No traffic back there, bud. We're looking out the windshield of Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Going to have him take us for a lap or two right around this big 1.5 Chicagoland Speedway. And Rick, we haven't done it yet, but I want to go ahead and thank everybody for coming out here tonight on a Sunday night. There's no better way to start a race, or start a week than watching some great racing. And this racing is provided by the TRJ Karting.com Blazing Pedals. Tonight happens to be the Racing for a Cure All-Star Race, man. What an awesome thing to be putting out there. That's great.
Oh, great it is, man. I mean, when we finished up last Sunday, I was like, okay, got a little one-off to do on Monday, then we have nothing going on, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, I haven't heard anything about what's going on. And then finally Tim dropped a little hint to us, and I actually purposely waited until yesterday to open that, so I didn't want to know where you guys were. And I think it's cool on how this, how it's all working out. I mean, this is a good track. I enjoy racing this track. I know it's not for everybody. Not everybody likes these big cookie cutter tracks, but it's putting on one heck of a show right now.
Oh, yes.
This in from Race Control, the 97 of Jeff Hartline, the 13 of Chris Williams, the 10 Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, and the 40 that's Todd Hatcher. All 4 of those trucks took tires on that first stage caution.
Wow.
So if Taylor the Butcher Benjamin is racing like his life depends on it, guys, maybe it is. He's used up a set of tires already. Now he has to get it. I know you want to win the stages. There's money on the line. But the big one would be to win the race, and using up your tires early on, we'll see.
Yeah, he's got 40 laps to play with them tires now. And I'll tell you what, I'm watching Jeff Hartline. He is inching up on him every so bit, just a little bit here and there.
So Ian Haviuk out there on track in the 16, the first truck that has not taken tires. Behind him, Jamie Walker has made his way back up in a 4th spot, guys. If we were talking about him just a minute ago trying to save his tires, he may be taking the chains off because here he comes.
I mean, I bet you Ian was sitting there talking to his dad going, Dad, can I have tires? And he's like, nope. Dad, please can I have tires? Nope.
All the while you see Tim sucking down Pepto-Bismol, trying to calm that stomach.
And for all the folks out there, I mean, we talk about it all the time. There is a link right down below in the description of tonight's broadcast. But make sure you head on over to trjkarting.com. If you do /sim-racing, you go to a page that is dedicated to sim racers with all the cool stuff. So if you don't do real car racing in real world, head on over there. You can get some sim gear. You can get some t-shirts. We're still waiting for hats. I did find my sweatshirt today. My wife was hiding it. She wanted to keep it, so that's hanging in my race room now, all ready for fall, which is coming here pretty quick. And I just love all the stuff over there and supporting Tim. He's just a great guy.
Jamie Walker in the Duke Crew 88, really starting to pull in 3rd place runner Ian Habiak. Ian looking in that rearview mirror going, my goodness, where did this guy come from?
He's probably like looking over to his dad right now going, hey, can I have a shot of that Pepto?
Hey, what about Tim real quick, guys? A few weeks ago, I asked him how much stuff I would need to buy to get away from the shipping costs. He asked me my address, and 3 days later, buddy, I had a t-shirt and a sweatshirt. He didn't ask a dime out of me. So out of my kindness, I took 50 bucks out of my money, and I sent it to Autism Awareness, guys, in honor of the Habiacs.
Yeah, that's awesome. I actually saw that story. I don't recall if it was on Facebook or if it was on Discord or where, but I remember seeing that and just, nodding my head up and down. That was awesome.
I mean, I spent 50 bucks. It's only going to cost me like $24, $25 for the shirt and the sweatshirt. But, it was well worth it. I got mine on right now, like I said before, and enjoying them.
That just goes to show the type of person that Tim is. I mean, stories that he has out there, I follow Tim, Ian, and a bunch of Tim's drivers that Tim helps out in the real world racing. And it's just amazing to see, here's a guy, small business, he's out there doing, I think, more for the racing community in his area and around than I've seen even the big people who have, millions upon millions of dollars that could be doing a lot more. And here's little Tim doing what he has. So, I mean, the heart's huge. I love supporting him every chance I get. So I think it's just fabulous, and God bless him.
Guys, I don't know if you've seen this, but Blake Decker just drove right on by Jamie Walker in there in that 88 and coming right up on the back of that 16 to be in Habiac.
And we're lucky enough to have that on screen, and yeah, you're right. The 92 is moving forward.
I was trying to figure out how it was going down because Jamie Walker was all over the back there of Ian. And just as I was reading that, Tim's in check.
Contact and the 16 going through the infield. 16 cutting the grass on the infield, but it looks like he's going to be able to save it, and save it he does. Back out on track is 16, Ian Habiac, and I'll tell you what, guys, that is a perfect example of that confidence we were talking about earlier. There was a time in Ian's career when that would have spun him all the way around. He was able to think about it rationally, keep that steering wheel headed in the direction it needed to do to correct that truck. He's able to get back out on track and resume this race. Yes, he lost a lot of position, but he is still on track right now, being posted in 7th position.
There's a lot of racing left there, but Chris, you're absolutely right. I mean, he just hung on, and he was hanging out with some pretty tough competition there. I mean, the 88 was all over his back, as I was trying to say. And then here comes Blake Decker, but, that confidence level and Ian's skill level has increased so much since we started broadcasting the Blazing Pedals guys here, and it's been amazing to see.
And Rick, we just reached lap 56. I believe the caution is going to be coming out here on the next lap. Your race leader going to be Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. If I am not mistaken with the rules for the night, it's 20 laps from the restart of the last stage race. So the 10 truck way out front, 6.5 seconds, looking to try and win this stage. And he crosses the start-finish line, should be your Stage 2 winner.
Tell you what, guys, I almost bet the rest of these guys that didn't take tires, I bet they take a set here and run down Taylor. He won't get another stage win, I bet.
Yeah, not this time, I don't think. You're absolutely right. As the caution flag is out, Stage 2 winner going to be Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Guys, we talked about it earlier, the Dr. Squatch sponsor. If you are looking for a good soap, we ran a commercial earlier, but hit that drsquatch.com up and Cesra 15 for a discount code to get you 15% off your first order. I have taken advantage of that and then ordered even more soap since then. I may have to do a soap subscription. I'm kind of hooked.
I'm hoping Rick really gets more. If he's taking pictures in that shirt constantly and he hasn't washed it yet.
I know. It's always sunny outside. You never notice that? It's always sunny here in Vermont. Never rains.
Yeah.
And you're always sitting on the tailgate of your bed with your youngest kid. Life couldn't get much better than it does here in Vermont.
I don't know what you've done to that kid and not let her grow, but, I know well.
We're trying to figure that out also. She's 19.
Yeah. And I've been to Vermont a few times, and I know it's not always sunny in Vermont, guys.
Oh, well, now you just let the secret out. Well, at the end of stage number 2, it's going to be a lot of trucks coming down pit road. Ty Roscoe looks like he's going to stay out in the one truck. And he just went right by the pace car. Don't know what's going on with Ty.
He's not a lap down or anything. And Ian Havey overshot his pit.
Just by just a little bit, had to back up there.
Yes,
That's
sir.
unfortunate. He was probably asking his dad, he's like, now can I have tires?
He probably wants the Pepto definitely now going through the grass like he did a little while ago.
I'm trying to figure out the scoring, guys. We've got a couple of guys that are being scored a lap down. Ashton Slice and Aaron Bockover. And I'm trying to figure out exactly what happened there, and it's not making a lot of sense to me. I don't know if, Rick, you can go back and try and figure out what's going on there between Ashton and Aaron Bockover. As far as I know... Well, Ashton makes sense. Okay, Ashton, he had that disconnect earlier, but Bockover, I'm not sure what's going on there. Well, I'll tell you what. Terry, he's your teammate. How'd you like to talk to him?
Yeah, we'll talk to him.
Driver of the number 44, Aaron Bockover, Chris, Rick, and Terry up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Aaron, you got a copy on us?
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, how's the truck feeling tonight, man?
Oh, it's not doing too bad.
Tell you what, buddy, I seen you up there in number one, and I was clapping my hands, brother. I'm glad to see you up there giving these guys a little bit of that 44 tonight.
Yeah, I'm having a problem with my headset, bud. I'm having trouble hearing you.
I know, but I remember that. But you're looking good out there, man. Keep it up. I'm rooting for you.
All right, I'm going to try my best, bud.
I was driver of the 44, Aaron Bockover, having some difficulties with the headset. Can't quite hear us, and we didn't actually get to the point where we could ask him how he's being scored a lap down. So we're going to have to figure that out the old-fashioned way.
I know earlier today, guys, I was talking to him in TeamSpeak, and one of his, I want to say it's his left side Oculus speaker is not working. So, yeah, he's not hearing a whole lot.
Well, guys, we have a new race leader. It's the 24 of the Turn 3 Racing Network, Chevrolet Silverado. Chevy Chevrolet. Oh, boy. Dalton Kilrow up front. And it looks like he's going to be restarting on the outside. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, who was the race leader, came out second spot.
The winner of, yeah, I mean, that was pretty cool. Now, this is exactly what Kilrow did last week, Chris, when he won I mean, he was doing good. He fell back a little bit, and now he's right back up there. I mean, he's got some old tires out there, but it's going to be interesting to see what Mr. Kilrow can do in that Turn 3 Racing Network number 24 machine.
All right, this in from race control, lap 82 will end the third stage, lap 82, as we get set to go back to the green flag. It's going to be Dalton Kilrow and Taylor the Butcher Benjamin making up your front row. Kilrow on the outside, your race leader. He's got Jamie Walker right behind him. 97 of Jeff Hartline going to be working the inside at third spot, and we are going back under the green. The 24 has a little bit of a miscue with his tires. As they spin just a little bit, the 88 has to lay off. Now back going full speed.
Guys, we've seen this out of the 24 before in a couple other races that we've done. He forgets he's on them old tires, man. He lights them up.
Kilrow not able to hang. He is losing time wickedly at this point as he's getting past. And Kilrow all the way back to seventh spot before we get back to the checkered line on the track, your start-finish line. And Jamie Walker going to pick up the race lead here early on in stage number 3.
hit Jamie Walker in that 88 and that 16 Ian Hayvick, man, they are gone.
So Jamie Walker is going to be your race leader. He's got Ian Haybiuk right behind him. Haybiuk is really trying to win this third stage, but the 16's got an uphill battle to climb as he's got Jamie Walker just in front of him. Hank Caston running in third spot, dealing with Ashton Slice being scored one lap down. Hank Caston going to let him go. No need to burn the tires off for a lap down truck. So Hank Caston running in third spot. Blake Decker picking up fourth in his number 92. Old Woody himself there, Woodsides, in fifth spot. The 10 truck going to be Taylor the Butcher Benjamin.
That wood truck, man, I think that is so awesome. Every time I get to see it on the track and I get next to him, I just admire that thing.
It was a pretty cool paint job, no doubt about that. In sixth position, it's going to be the 97 of Jeff Hartline. Dalton Kilroy, we saw him start on the pole for this restart. All the way back to seventh spot after spinning the tires, and you can tell he's got some older tires out there.
As Ian Haybick, he's getting underneath the 88 there, Jamie Walker, trying to get that lead.
Haybiuk is battling for the lead right now, and he may have it at the line. It's going to be close. Ian Haybiuk scored as the race leader that last time by. Great run out of the 16 to pick up the lead away from Jamie Walker. Walker on the outside, puts the pedal down, trying to take it back on that outside line. And Jamie Walker looks like he may have it, but again, Haybiuk dives down to that apron, and it looks like Walker was able to get to the line first that time in the 88. Here comes the 16 once again on the inside. These guys wearing out those tires early.
I know this ain't the last lap. I think Ian's crew chief might have said, hey man, pull them reins back a little bit. Just be cool.
Hank Caston still sitting in third spot. Blake Decker behind him. I think we ended off with Chris Williams. Chris Williams going to be in eighth spot in his number 13. He's got Ty Morosco working behind him in the one truck. Todd Hatcher in the 40 running in 10th spot and rounding out that top 10. Behind him, it's Philip Whaling in the 48. That good-looking Stars and Bars Budweiser number 48 sitting in 11th spot. Ashton Slice, we saw he had a very early on disconnect issue. The 68 has worked his way back to just one lap down now. And Aaron Bach over in the 44 running last on the track, and we're still trying to figure out exactly what happened as Bach over one lap down. I believe what may have happened is he took a green flag pit stop.
Yep, I just got a confirmation from race control. He pit on lap number 52 under green, Chris, and that is why he is one lap down.
That's what I thought. Okay. So Bachhover takes an early pit stop, goes a lap down, does not get the lucky dog, as Ashton Slice must have gotten in front of him. And that caution came out. Bachhover stuck one lap down.
We talked earlier about Aaron Bach over right now. He's 13 in points, 187 with the points there. He's, like I said, he's had some terrible races this season a couple times. But I tell you what, he's going to put his nose out there. He's going to do what he has to do to get these points starting next week when we go to Charlotte.
Charlotte, one of my favorite tracks to watch, man. That tricky turn one. You got to be careful in that turn one.
Got to dip in it.
Yeah, it does. Battle for the lead. Looks like it may be done, and it is Jamie Walker out on top. He's got about a half a second lead over Ian Habiak. Habiak wise right now to just kind of run his race and try and save those tires. That's really what it's going to come down to tonight, I believe. It's going to come down to tires. We see guys with tires, fresh tires, they're running in the 30s. And if you have old tires, it's typically in the 31s, mid 31s, it looks like.
I'm sitting here watching the third and fourth place. Blake Decker just went into fourth place, taking over Hank. Castine in the 5. Got a good run down there.
Yeah, the 92 has been pretty solid all night long. And right now, he's worked his way back in the 3rd spot. Hank Caston drops to 4. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin trying to catch up, but he's got a big deficit to overcome. 7 seconds. Those old tires right now, I bet you he's wishing he had those new tires again.
They've got a ways to go before these guys get that last set of tires. They lap the last 15 laps. They have to take a pit stop with 4 tires. Cautions will not count if one comes out.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool way to finish the stage, a 15-lap shootout. Sometime in the green, you have to come down for tires. That is going to be really interesting. And oh, the 88, big time blinking on the track. The 88 solidly back out there now, but boy, oh boy. A lot of blinking going on in the last few weeks, I've noticed, and boy, these guys do a great job trying to cover that up.
That's why Jamie gets out front all the time. That way we ain't got to worry about hitting him.
You know, we talk about this a lot, and for the people that aren't out in the service, maybe some viewers here watching family members, when we talk about the blink, basically you lose a little bit of connection from iRacing. And what happens is, for the drivers around you, you go away, and that's pretty scary for them, especially on a big track when, you know, you're really close together. But it's also scary for you because you're sitting there driving, you got all these trucks or cars around you, and then all of a sudden they go away, but you're still driving. This happened actually to me during the iRacing Daytona 500 one year, where I was in a pack, I was doing really good, I was sitting in 3rd, and all of a sudden everybody just disappeared, and I'm like, what's going on? I don't get this. And then my connection dropped, and I was down a few laps, but it's scary for everybody, so, you know, it's not fun. iRacing has been trying to do what they can to make it work, and it seems as of late there, I mean, I know we've had some really weird weather right around that area where iRacing is, and throughout the U.S., so that does have some, but right now, I'm not sure.
Guys, Jamie Walker, he's working on lap traffic here. The 48 of Philip Walling got around him nice and clean.
So the 88 marching his way forward, trying to win a second stage on the night. Tonight, not a points night, it is the All-Star Race here from the TRJKarting.com Blazing Pedal Series. And Rick, that means we're about halfway through the schedule, and it's been a good season so far.
No, it really has. I actually finished putting up the rest of the links there for the rest of the season, and it's gone by so quick. I mean, at the beginning when we started, we were like, man, this is a long schedule, and now we're looking at it going, you know, where the heck did summer go? Because it's going away.
Well, I mean, let's not
we
rush
get some
it,
good
though.
races. No, let's not rush it. But you know, when I was putting this in, I'm like, wow, this takes me right past my birthday, man. This is gonna be crazy. Next week, as Terry said, we're gonna be heading over to Charlotte. That's gonna be 200 laps for the transition race. That's gonna be fun. These guys are gonna start with the sun up a little bit, and then ending under the lights. And we're heading to the Paperclip over in Martinsville. Gateway, that's gonna be fun. I love Gateway. Lucas Oil, that's gonna be different because it's kind of a short track. And then we head to the Roval. That's really going to be fun. Michigan, Homestead, Christmas favorite track, New Hampshire. We got Pocono. What turn for? Then we're going to be off for a week, and these guys are going to vote, and they're going to vote any track that is not a road course or a super speedway for their championship race. And I love how Blazing Pedals does it. Terry, what track are you thinking? What are you going to vote for, bud?
I'm going to vote on the same one I vote on every time, Michigan.
All right, yeah, we're going to be heading to Michigan there on September 22nd. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, I tell you what, funny story with the way we do that. we got guys in our Discord constantly, man, pick this track, man, pick this track, let's run this track. You know, it's funny how everybody has their favorite track. Mine happens to be MIS.
Well, you just go for the hot dogs.
I've been to MIS. I started going in '96 and just stopped about 3 or 4 years ago, and oh, what a party.
You know, that's kind of funny that you say that too. So that track has some actual meaning to you, and you know, it's close to your heart now. I was watching a thing with Dale J. Ooh, runner caution.
Yeah. This should be lap caution. It was stage, isn't it?
No. Oh, it is. They're calling it out. The 88 going to be stage winner. Race Control calls it out. And the 88 going to win a second stage on the night. So he's picking up $20 so far. Ian Haviett going to be second. Blake Decker in third. Hank Caston, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin rounding out the top 5. Then it's Jeff Hartline, Dalton Kilrow, Chris Williams, Todd Hatcher, Ashton Schleiss, Philip Walling, Aaron Bockover, and Tom Orozco rounding out the field.
These laps are just ticking by so fast tonight.
They really are, and this has been very, very entertaining. Not a lot of time between those stages, so they got to race. They got to race hard. But we're setting up for the 4th and final stage of the night here, and this is when it's all going to play out, guys. They got one more set of tires that they have to take under the green flag. Caution flag laps will not count. Only the green flag laps will count. And this is going to get good. Ashton Schleiss getting his lucky dog lap back. He's going to rejoin the lead pack. Well, we're going to take one quick timeout, guys. This has been a pretty good race all around, but we're going to take a quick commercial break. Give ourselves a chance to get a sip of water, and we'll be right back right here at Chicagoland.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
We are back live, getting ready to bring you the last 15 laps here from Chicagoland. And Tim's asking, why does the counter say so many more laps? It's here. Well, I'll tell you why, Tim. It's because they want to take into account if they have any cautions. They don't want to run out of laps. It's a pretty common thing to do, just to make sure you don't run out of laps because of caution laps when you're not counting those. You got 10 trucks right now running on the lead lap. Aaron Bockover being scored in 11th, 1 lap down. Philip Walling, 12th position, 1 lap down. Ty Orozco out on track, being scored 2 laps down. The 88 has won stage number 1 and stage number 3. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin split that up. He won stage number 2 with tire strategy. All right, I got to know, guys. You guys, you know, we've all been drivers in the service before. You've got 15 laps on a 1.5 mile tri-oval. When are you going to come down for service?
Right after the first lap.
I'm with Rick. I'm coming down the first lap. I'm thinking them 4 fresh Goodyears, buddy. I hope we can get out there and get past Jamie Walker, get that win, get that $100.
I mean, the thing is, you know that everybody has to come down for 4 tires. Everybody. So why not do it early?
May as well get it out of the way, right?
15 laps, you don't have to worry about your tires wearing out. It's going to be go time.
Right.
I think pit road's going to get busy. What about you, Chris? Top 14?
You know, some of it's going to depend on the last time I took tires. But I would probably try and split it, to be honest with you.
I mean, let's look at it this way, though. You got to think, though. Aaron Backover, he went under green to do a pit stop under green, 1 lap down.
Yeah.
So if you split that, half the field or most of the field goes, you're kind of throwing $100 away.
Well, not necessarily, Rick, because remember, everybody's got to do it. So you're going to get that lap back. Now, the big difference here will be the speed that you pick up with those new tires. So, yeah, I guess, you know, maybe the sooner you do it, the better off you're going to be. You're going to have those fresh tires for a little bit longer. But I have a feeling you're going to wear them out a little bit quicker. As the pace car drops off, we get set for 15 more laps of action. The 88 spins the tires on the restart. They are a little bit older, but he is able to keep going. The 16, Ian Habiak trying to hold on to second spot. The 5 of Hank Caston working the inside. Right now, it's set up to be the end of the race at lap 103, and Jamie Walker's your race leader. The 16 of Ian Habiak under attack. Hank Caston in the 5, looking to the inside. Here comes Taylor the Butcher Benjamin in the 10 truck running in 4th. Benjamin coming down pit road. He's the first guy on pit road. So the Butcher decides to come down. Blake Decker, Todd Hatcher, all on pit road right now. And Jamie Walker is trying to put a lead down that nobody can try and pass him with. Here comes the one of Ty Morosco. He is a couple laps down, presumably on those fresh tires, and the 1 is moving.
I don't think Ty's taking tires this whole race.
Oh, maybe not. Oh, we got a bunch more trucks coming down here. Oh, the 97 goes into the inside wall. He's stopping the 16. The 16 can't get around him on pit road. Oh, that's big terrible. Time damage on the 16's front end as the 97 went around. Hank Caston picks up the race lead as Jamie Walker came down pit road. Several trucks trying to follow him in. The 97 of Heartline gets squirrely. And here comes Hank Caston, the race leader, going to come down pit road now. I think the rest of the trucks may make it down here. The 48 hard on the brakes behind Caston. And man, oh man, what a heartbreaker for the 16. Ashton Slice out there going to pick up the race lead now. The 68 going to be a race leader after being a lap down for most of this race. And Ashton Slice, your race leader.
You know, that's too bad for Ian in that 16 truck, because he could have came down and his truck was fairly clean, didn't have to worry about any damage. But with that damage on there, obviously True keeps him in the pit for just a little bit longer. Had a really long pit stop there, but for the 16, he's back out on track.
So we watched the 92 get around the 68. He was getting his lap back. Blake Decker on the tail end of the lead lap running in 3rd. Jamie Walker was able to hold on to the lead lap. That's huge. So Walker running in 2nd right now. Ashton Slice has not come down pit road as of yet, but it looks like he is starting to break it. Yes, Ashton Slice now giving up the race lead, coming down pit road. That should give it back over to the Duke crew in the 88 machine of Jamie Walker, unless Ashton Slice has the absolute best spit stop of the night. Because the 88 right now going down the backstretch, going into turn number 3. Ashton Slice on pit road, hasn't hit his box yet. Still has not hit his box. Now he is getting service done to the 68 machine is Ashton Slice, and that's going to give the race lead back to the 88 of Jamie Walker.
You know that 68 Ashton Slice, he wanted to be flat to the floor coming down pit road, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's unfortunate that he was in the position he was in. Boy, he's really battled this entire race trying to get his laps back. He finally did, finds himself on the lead lap, and he is coming back out on track. It looks like he's going to pick up 6th spot as of right now. But we're watching Jamie Walker, who's the race leader. He's being followed by Blake Decker. About 2.5 seconds behind is Blake Decker. Dalton Kilrow in the 24 machine running in 3rd spot. So Kilrow hoping to try and finish in the top 3 right now is Todd Hatcher in the 40 is running in 4th spot. He's got Chris Williams right behind him in the 13 machine.
You know, somebody we ain't talked about is Chris Williams. Chris Williams basically got in today. He didn't know he was racing till an hour or so before we went green today because of our field. A couple of guys didn't make it, and Mark invited Chris for it. And right now, Chris is 19th in our points standings with 91 points there. He's missed, 4 races this season.
So you take the opportunity, right, and you put it on a good show for Thorough. The 13 gets into the wall just ahead of Bockover, and the 13 scrubs into the wall hard. There's that commentator curse. See what happens, Terry, when we talk about people?
I'm not a commentator, I'm a driver.
Not tonight, brother.
Not tonight. The commentator curse works for anybody who's behind the microphone.
I'll send Chris an apology here after a bit.
On the broadcast team tonight, you have myself, Chris, and Rick. That's normal. Terry Foster joining us in the booth as a commentator. And, poor Chris Williams. Terry talked about him. That's all it took.
Hey, guys, I'm having a blast in here with you guys. This is, I didn't think it'd be this much fun, but man, you guys are making this great for me.
It's been a lot of fun having you, Terry, and we get to take a peek behind the curtain, as it were.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The 88 up front, Blake Decker running 2nd, Dalton Kilrow picking up 3rd spot. And that is how they run on track. Right now, the gap between Walker and Blake Decker, guys, it's increasing. It's 3.5 seconds for the 88, the Duke Crew, trying to get it done here in Chicagoland. A lot of money on the line. I think Terry said it was about $1 million.
Almost, just 100, but that's closer.
That's close.
It's closer to $1 million than I have in my pocket right now. Guys, unfortunately, with Jeff Hartline, when he made that pit road incident there, he's 7 laps down, man. And see, Hank Casson won. Aaron Bacher and Philip Wallings both won.
If we stay under the green flag, the last lap, 103. That's 4 laps from now, guys.
And I don't know if we said at the beginning of the broadcast, we will be using green-white checker if we have a caution. And those caution laps will not count.
I love that you guys brought those on this season. The green-white checker has been, it's put on some really good racing the few times that we've had to use it.
Oh,
and that's what it's all about.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And Dalton Kilrow, if he didn't have the green-white checker last week, Kilrow would have finished way back in the pack. He ended up winning the darn thing.
Exactly.
As this race starts winding down, I want to thank everybody who's come out and watched us here tonight. Again, the best way to start your week is right here with the TRJKarting.com Blazing Pedal Series tonight. It's the all-star race for Racing for a Cure. And man, these guys have been having a blast. And I'll tell you what, so have we up here in the Hammond Hotel, having Terry on board. It's been a lot of fun, Rick. And man, the only problem is next time we see Terry, he's going to be in the 86 machine again.
That he is, man. And I mean, anytime you want to come up to the booth, bro, you're more than welcome. We enjoy having you here. I'm glad you're having a good time. And we told you it's a lot of fun here.
Yeah, I'm having a great time. Like I said, I was nervous when we went live here, but you know what? I think I've settled down a little bit. You're watching that 88 of Jamie Walker. Man, he is 4 seconds ahead of second place Dalton Kilrow at the moment.
He is, and he's working lap 102. Last lap 103. So I don't know if we're actually under the white flag right now, guys. I'm gonna throw it on here as he crosses the start-finish line, but this could just as easily be for the win. I'm not sure yet.
Okay, I just seen Sam Barbagarter. He just lit up on the screen and said he said something, and most likely it was probably this is the last lap.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think this is the last lap for the 88 machine, and my white flag button not working. Go figure.
Hey, I want to give a big shout out real quick, if you don't mind, to my brother up there in Wisconsin. He usually watches me, but he's pulling for Bach over tonight. Mike, I appreciate you being in here with us. And, of course, Skittles. Man, we can't do this without you either. We need fans like you guys all the time. Hit that subscribe button. Come on.
Hit that subscribe button. Go ahead.
And that thumbs up.
Absolutely. The 88 machine just picks up the win, and I guarantee you that is one happy driver in the 88 picking up $120 tonight. $10 for each stage race or win that he had, and then the race win for $100. Dalton Kilrow going to be second, Blake Decker in third. This is some good stuff, guys. What a great race.
Corey Sherman, evidently, he's watching this race. He was invited to race this. I decided to sleep instead, I guess. But, hey, Corey, thanks for the nice words there, but I just happened to see what you put up.
I'm going to watch Jamie Walker burn the house down, and man, oh man, I can't wait to talk to him. Guys, we're going to set up for some post-race interviews. We're going to be right back in just a moment. And we are back live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Guys, this has been an incredible evening. The All-Star Race, TRJkarting.com Blazing Pedal Series. And, man, what a good time. Terry, again, thank you for coming out tonight and joining us up here in the booth. It's been a lot of fun having you out here. And I tell you what, why don't you go ahead and talk to third-place finisher, Blake Decker, in the number 92. Blake, Chris, Rick, and Terry up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yep, how's it going?
It's going well,
Hey,
bud.
Hey, Blake, man, what an awesome race, man. Can you give us a little insight there of how you pulled that off in third place tonight?
Oh, man, it was a hell of a race, just back and forth the entire time. It was a lot of fun racing with these guys. Probably one of the best races we've put on in a while. But I'm kind of kicking myself. I wanted to save a set of tires for that last stage so I could get a good run on the field and then pit. But I ended up accidentally taking them stage 2 and kind of kicking myself for that. I feel like I would have been in a better position. But in all, it was a great race. I had a hell of a time.
Tell you what, man, you look good out there. I kind of miss not being in there tonight with you guys. I chose to sit up here in the broadcast booth with Chris and Rick. I really enjoyed watching you guys. Congratulations on third place, buddy.
Oh, it's all right, Terry. You're normally in the back. We didn't notice you.
We didn't need to go there now, did we?
Oh, it's all love, man.
I know, brother. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, Blake Decker, driver of the number 92, bringing it home in third spot tonight. I believe Rick caught up with the second place finisher, the 24 of Dalton Kilrow.
Dalton Kilrow, you got Rick, Chris, and Terry up here in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Time for it.
Ooh, man. Second place. Tell me about your race, man. You had a little bit of bad luck, but once again, you pulled it off to get back onto the podium.
Yeah, I know. That whole first lap thing was just me being stupid, and I'm pretty sure Terry mentioned it as soon as I did it. Oh, there goes Dalton being impatient again. But I just
No, I didn't.
I had a feeling you probably would have. But anyway, I knew that was kind of like a blessing in disguise, because then I could spend the entire first stage just saving, then do the same thing second stage. I was debating whether or not I'd take a set at the end of that second stage, and I'm kind of regretting not taking a set at this point, just because I know I probably could have had a little better track position. Maybe could have been right up there with Jamie going into the pits for that green flag pit stop in the last stage, but It is what it is. I'm glad I was able to chase down Blake and get around him cleanly. And just overall glad to have actually finished the race.
Yeah, I mean,
Can I
again,
answer the question when you get done, Rick?
yeah, you most certainly can. I mean, again, the motor didn't blow tonight. I mean, you had the bad luck, but you reeled it right back in, bro, and you got second. So congratulations, Terry. What do you got, bud?
So Dalton, them nerves kind of settled down now after that 44 never got around you?
Well, I don't know if you noticed this, Terry, but on one of the restarts when Bockover actually stayed out, I was like, nah, I ain't risking it. I went into the pits, got fuel, and went straight to the back. I was not taking the chance.
10-4, buddy. Congratulations on second, bud.
Thank you.
Good job, buddy.
Dalton Kilrow, driver of the number 24 Turn 3 Racing Network Chevy Chevrolet, coming home in second spot, and that leaves us with one more driver to talk to, and it happens to be your race winner here tonight, and picking up $120 for his efforts of winning stage number 1, stage number 3, and the race himself. It's the Duke Crew, the 88 Jamie Walker. Jamie, this is Chris, Rick, and Terry up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys. Oh my God, you see that show?
Oh, buddy, I'll tell you what. I think everybody saw that show. It was incredible, and man, you put that 88 up front, and it was lights out. Why don't you take me through that last pit stop, because that was the one that got you back out towards the front, and eventually the win.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that the whole race. Is like, when do I want to make that pit stop? Do I want to make it early, late? And I didn't want to do it on the very first lap because we were still getting up to speed, so we'd actually lose speed. So I'm thinking, all right, that second lap, I'm out front. I'm going to do it by myself with no one else around me, and that's when I'll make up most of my time.
Well, you sure did, man. And then all of a sudden you're the race leader when it all cycles through, and it all worked out for you tonight. You won $120 tonight, bud, by virtue of winning stage number 1, stage number 3, and the race win. You're solidly up in the points lead. You're having a hell of a season. What does it mean to you going into next weekend to have won tonight?
I'm gonna sit back, relax, and really think about how I'm gonna run this rest of this season. Because I mean, I know this race doesn't mean much, but I mean, I got to look forward to the big picture, and this big picture will be more of a championship. That's what I'm looking for.
Well, I don't ever want to disagree with a driver, but I'm going to. Tonight was worth a ton for you, bud. $120, nothing to sneeze at out of a victory.
Yeah, I'd like to announce I'd like to donate some of my portions to Tim Habiak for putting this on and for the stuff he's doing. Me and him got to talk a little bit later on, and we can figure out what we can do.
That's absolutely awesome, bud. Thank you very much for that, and congratulations once again on your win there. Oh, Terry wants you.
Hey, Jamie, I got one thing for you.
What's that, sir?
Hey, buddy, I wasn't in the track tonight. I mean, I was watching you pretty much all night. That was an awesome race. If you remember right before we even got on the track tonight, you said, Terry, if you don't race, I'll give you $20. I'll be expecting that in PayPal, buddy.
Oh, is that it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why you won tonight.
Yeah, that's probably right. That's why I wanted that you were on the track for me to avoid. There we go. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy.
Oh, hey, great race.
Good racing all around, and I want to thank everybody who came out tonight. What a great race, man. They're all great, but this one was really special. It was a lot of good times, and had a lot of fun here tonight. Able to let our hair down a little bit, as it were, and I can't thank you guys enough for joining me up in the booth tonight.
I don't think any of us have any hair to let down, bro.
Oh, yeah.
No,
right.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. You're absolutely right. Hey, and with that, we're going to say goodnight to everybody out there in the Turn 3 Racing Network land. Thank you so much for starting your week off right here with the TRJ Karting.com Blazing Pedals next weekend. Join us right here on Sunday night as we get ready to go to Charlotte. Have a good night, everybody.
That'll.